Yeah, of course. Why not? Welcome to Microscope Lonely Hearts Edition. Dave called on all of us yesterday and said that he didn't have shit all to do being away from his family. So
Yeah.
feeling bad for him, Virgil left his family early. I left my family early. I don't know about fucking Wreckage. He's just eating a
Oh,
bowl.
I
You were
slaughtered my
eating a bowl
family
of Captain
before,
Crunch, so I'm assuming you were alone.
Listen,
He was with the captain, Arthur.
I called off my appointment with the Captain Crunch early.
Oh, thank you.
Early.
I thank you all for being here. I appreciate
He
it.
can only make port once every 10 years.
Wow. Really? Captain Crunch is also fucking Orlando Bloom?
Yeah,
I
so-
mean, he's the predecessor to Orlando Bloom. You think Orlando Bloom is still doing
Orlando Broom.
So if you don't know who any of these fucking chuckleheads are, let's just Dave, who the fuck are you? Where the fuck do you stream from and what do you do?
Hey guys, my name's Dave. I used to stream from America. I will be streaming from Poland come like a week from now, roughly. I did get an email today or yesterday. They're like, "Hey, we're just holding all your shit until you give us this form." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, it's taped to the box. Just find it. Useless fucks." So I had to like send it to them again, and they were holding like my entire hobby hostage. But aside from that, seems like everything is a-okay. I mean, I haven't gotten an email back from them, but it's just because it might also be Christmas. So there's that. I do a lot of tabletop RPG streaming with everyone actually here. And we mostly focus on role-playing games rather than mechanics-driven game like D&D or whatever. So if that is your soup and tickle, then you know where to find me. Twitch.tv/him.
Cool.
Soup and tickle?
Yeah, you never tried to eat soup while being tickled before, man? It's rough.
Alright, well, skipping that. Virgil, how are you doing? Who are you? What do you do? Where can
Hey
people
everybody,
find
I'm
you?
Virgil. You can find me on twitch.tv/zircon5 when I'm doing my streams, streaming my games and music and art and whatever else I feel like streaming that I'm doing on my computer that day. So swing by. I'm also doing a lot of roleplay on these guys' channels, the AP Gaming channel and the twitch.tv/Henley. So definitely check them out too for a lot of silly stuff.
It's not silly, it's real life.
It's very serious.
Alright,
all
speaking
good.
of
I
serious, let's talk
cry
Wreckage.
every Tim.
Wreckage, we already know that you can only find you exclusively at twitch.tv/Henley's channel.
For now,
Who are
But
you
who
and what do you
knows?
do?
I'm Wreckage, and I open your mind to new dimensions of thinking through the performing art of tabletop role-playing games, which I have been called like the Leonardo da Vinci of my time.
No one has ever said that.
I just said it right now.
Touche,
If you
Arthur.
want to call yourself that, that's a little sad.
I mean,
You-
that's more like a fucking...
Someone's got to start saying it, right?
You can find me on the other day's episode of Star Wars on Arthur's channel, and next week's episode of the same thing, probably. And also 2016 Die Parties, twitch.tv/Henley. We'll be breaking new ground in the field of tabletop role-playing games streamed on the internet. It'll be like the SpaceX of tabletop RPGs streamed on the internet.
And that's really ambitious to say because they managed to land a fucking rocket on a floating pad in the water.
Whatever.
Oh,
I've done
Swargulus
that.
here. Swargulus here to back you up on your assertion that you are, in fact, the Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, the only similarities between Wreckage and Leonardo da Vinci is they both draw a lot of dicks.
Wow. Wow.
I take
Super
offense
adult
to the-
commentary here from Dave, of course.
I take offense to the assertion that Leonardo da Vinci drew dicks.
He did.
He drew a lot of dicks, dude.
He drew a lot of dicks.
He did a
He
lot
drew
of...
dicks.
Yeah, I mean...
Anatomically correct penises.
Yeah.
alright?
He did. Yeah, he did biological sketches. I
Yeah.
mean, let's be real here. And when I draw a dick, it's
It's monster dicks. It's like Dungeons and
Okay,
Dragons.
so I'd like to
yeah,
introduce
or
myself.
quality.
My name is Arthur Perkins. I run this channel here at APGamingREAL. Occasionally, for some reason, I let Dave on it, who then ruins everything.
It's not true.
You think you'd learn your lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think I would after the 8th or 9th time. We're going to play some Microscope. Having not learned my lesson, we're immediately going to, because Dave is lonely and apparently has a heart, ask him what high concept he wants to do for this Microscope game.
So I've been thinking about it, and I know very little of the rules in question, but I would love to toy around the idea with the fact that a sun explodes, and then 500 years later, the remnants of the light or the effect from a sun exploding hits Earth.
Okay.
What?
So, I
Okay,
mean,
so, like,
what do you do in between there?
ozone. Yeah.
What is that? I'm sorry. Is the sun exploding the high concept or the
Yeah.
results of it?
The result. So we could decide that maybe the radiation that hits Earth or the light that hits Earth from a sun exploding 500 light years away might actually do something to the plants, the humans, the ecosystem, that sort of thing.
Is it sci-fi or fantasy or?
Sci-fi. It'd be like modern time.
Whoa, we don't have to define that yet.
Oh, okay.
So the high concept, from what I'm understanding, is the survival of the human race past a supernova
Weird
event.
sci-fi cataclysm and or
Yeah.
magic cataclysm.
Yeah. Yeah. Swag.
Okay, our players are myself, Virgil, Dave, and Wreckage.
Hi.
Being the host, I will go first because I'm full of shit and I throw temper tantrums. Yes.
Confirmed.
So, yes and no options here. We're going to discuss what we may or may not see in play on the board currently. I am going to say yes to space lasers.
How do I got the wrong link or something.
All right. Wreckage, can you walk them through it?
Oh, right. So, there's two links in the Skype chat. Do you see either of them?
Yes.
You click the second one, not the one with the picture. You click the one that has
Yeah, not the Deadpool one.
the one above the Deadpool one, below the picture. You see that one?
Yeah, it just brought me to.
Now you just say yes to everything that it asks, attach it to your Google Drive, and you'll be there. Just say yes. When it asks you for the soul of your firstborn child, don't worry about it. You won't have a firstborn child.
Doesn't matter. The nuclear apocalypse apparently from another sun took it away from you anyway. So
That's not a nuclear apocalypse.
It's the dumbest. You're so dumb. You don't know anything about science.
I know. That's why I'm playing Microscope.
Microscope is not going to teach you science.
You know what? Having said that, I think I've done all right in my life, considering you think I don't know anything about science. So
It's true. I would say you haven't done all right. You are a shining example of what an idiot can accomplish.
Wow. That is some super harsh shit, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking-
sick burn.
All right.
You know what?
So-
Lonely Hearts and Destroyed Heinems.
Someone is reminding me in chat, by the way, that we need to bookend both ends of this. So
Oh, okay. All
the
right.
front end of history is sun 500 light years distant to Earth explodes.
It's going to be 500 years after that, actually.
It's-
The front end is when it reaches Earth, because I assume we do not care about.
No, I don't know about that because like there would be signs of it exploding. There'd
No,
be like
not for
light
500
arriving, and people would be like, "Oh shit, what do we do?"
Literally.
I'm not
literally-
saying that
Arthur
we would
doesn't
do
know
the
anything
whole
about science.
500 years, but
Arthur also doesn't know anything about science. Apparently, whatever effects were traveled along that supernova would reach us the same time as the light, so we would
No, friend, because minutes or hours or years before the sun goes supernova, there would be signs of its supernovaing.
No,
Yes, they will all travel forward at the speed of light, Spencer, but science will indicate it's going to explode. This is me giving you a giant scientific fuck you.
Arthur, there are no signs of a supernova before a supernova in a distant sun. We can tell its age and guess when it's going to die, but that also happens every day and there's never been a cataclysm from it. So why would we fear
Advanced science. Advanced
super magic
human
science? Points that, okay, well, if we're going to do magic science, then all
Oh, you
bets
know what
are
I
off
like?
the table.
Okay. How about this?
Yeah, I've
It's-
done my job. I've
it's
done
like
my
a-
job.
It's like a rogue sun. It's not like caught in the like spiral arm of the galaxy.
A rogue sun collides with Earth.
Yeah, but it explodes
Right.
way before it collides, so it's all dissipated. But we
Mm.
go through like the cloud of a basically, yeah, the Earth is gonna like
I think the
Yeah.
important thing is our front end is science fiction cataclysm.
Yeah.
Our back end is what? Humanity is recovered or is
What
dead?
happens after that? Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
so
we
the
need
back
the
end
back
has
end.
to be a point, right? Is humanity recovering or is humanity dead?
So then this is one of the things that Microscope book talks about a lot. You choose sort of a tone, basically, for most things, a positive tone or a dark tone. So right now we have an opportunity to set the tone. Are we telling the story of humanity's resurgence after this cataclysm? Or are we telling the story of how it crawls along for 1,000 years before going extinct and failing utterly to reemerge?
I like the positive one because it's Christmas.
So what are we saying then? You tell me.
Well, that's one vote for positive. I could go either way. Virgil, do you have an opinion about positive or negative ending?
not really. I mean, things are gonna go bad for a while. So yeah, I mean we might as well swing it, change the tone of the story towards the end.
All right, so the
Happy.
story then is humanity's fall, or from in between scientific cataclysm, ill-defined at the moment, and the many hundreds of years it takes to re-emerge as a civilization afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm putting stability of Earth's habitat post-extinction level event. Is everyone
Okay.
good with that
Oh,
wording?
I see. So the purple one is the bad thing.
Yes. Purple
And the yellow
means
one
bad,
is,
yellow
like,
means
the good
good.
thing.
They don't really mean
Okay.
that much, but
Okay. So that's like a timeline in between then and then. And that's what we're playing.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I prefer to think of this as a debate between Neil deGrasse Tyson, represented by me, and Bill Nye, represented by Spencer.
I would totally accept the position of Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, well, I'm the YouTuber that films explosions in slow motion.
All right, awesome. You're the guy that did the research on the Death Star destroying Alderaan. All right, Virgil, yes or no? What do you want to add here?
Oh, to yes, no.
Yep.
Okay. What's crap? Oh, I don't want to have anyone escaping the planet.
Okay,
Ooh, yeah.
so no escaping the planet.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're now doomed humanity to never leave the Earth during this event.
Yeah.
They don't just like, well, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, what happens to Snake Plissken? You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
If I told you Snake Plissken was actually just Snake.
What if I told you no?
It's a fucking movie. It's called Escape from LA, Escape from New York, Escape
love
from the
those
fucking
movies.
planet.
What if I told you that Ocelot...
All right, Dave, it's your
Yeah.
turn to give us a yes or no.
I'm going to say yes to humans evolving above their current state.
Interesting. So, human evolution.
Yes to humans evolving somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like all that radiation turns them into ghouls. Clearly a superior form of life. They can eat garbage. They can survive on radiation. They don't need to sleep. That sounds so much better, right? You just have to lose your
Damage.
skin.
They have damage reduction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wreckage.
Will it run smooth?
Yes,
screens?
no.
I'm gonna say no to that stupid bullshit that happens in every post-apocalyptic story where somehow they lose all, like, the very next generation has no fucking idea what the previous
Yeah,
generation was.
I'm with that.
No, like, loss of
Culture.
context and like where people are like, you mean the before ones, and they're all tribal people in caves.
No
Like,
before ones. Just say no before ones.
No cultural
I'll
loss.
get what he's talking about.
yeah, no culture loss. Like, whatever, it's probably pretty bad, but people are still like, yeah, I remember fucking
People
TVs
didn't,
and shit.
raise their
I-
children up to 20 without like informing them of what happened and then die.
Yeah, we like had educations and cell phones and stuff. Like, even if it is really shitty, I don't want people like already being
You don't want to have a
tribal.
great scene where the heroine of the story is just like picks up a cell phone, like an Apple iPhone or whatever, and they're just like, "What is this?" You don't want that because that's always happened in every sci-fi movie. You want
Okay, so now we go around again.
Walker.
Oh, do you want to explain how many times we go around?
We go around twice, and then if people want to do more, we can.
Did you add the no to the thing that Spencer said?
Yeah,
I don't see it.
it's on the no column. It says no cultural loss.
Really, I don't see it.
Oh, I have to. Yep, there we go. I have to stop typing it before it shows up.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, so this is
Um,
also so you keep going until someone this is just unless you don't want this rule, Arthur.
Yep.
You keep going until someone volunteers not to add something to the palette. Like if they don't say yes or no,
And you stop.
then you can stop by volunteering to do that.
Okay.
I'm
whose turn
gonna
is it?
say yes to
Alright.
bitchin' awesome warlords.
Warlords, yes to warlords. People will fight over territory.
Oh no, we gotta be specific here. This is like Vash the Stampede, Brilliant Dynamite's Neon level of warlords. This is like Mad Max Witness Me level of warlords.
I mean,
That's
there's no
what
loss
we're gonna
of
have in
culture,
this story.
right?
Just walk away.
But I mean,
No, so those two things don't conflict. So basically, I'm saying they don't fucking forget what things were like. That
They
doesn't
give
mean
zero
things don't
shits.
change.
Yeah.
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 Like, warlords can still take over, but literally no one is like, what was it? Electricity? You mean when they controlled the lightning from the sky with their god powers?
They
You
say
mean you
he
could
bottled
warm
lightning in
bodies?
his hand and used it to bring warmth to mankind.
No,
Truly,
they'll-
Edison, Prometheus from the gods.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Fallout, right? Fallout is post-apocalyptic, has warlords and shit, but everybody understands that. Other than every once in a while when you encounter some crazy people, everybody understands that there wasn't some magic shit happening before. They understand what the apocalypse was. They understand that they are in a shittier place.
All
yeah,
right,
that's what. Yeah.
Virgil, you're up next.
Let's think.
wait, Swag is only 24 years old. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that is some harsh commentary from XSE Buddha, but I want to just. I know it's harsh, but it might be true. You really do look a lot older than 24, man. Holy shit.
You're younger than me.
I'm 29,
I'm old
and
as
I
shit.
thought you were
I'm
older than
baby
I was, Sarg.
child.
Hey man, slaving over a coffee will do that to a man.
Wow. Man, we're being super harsh to Swarg. I
That's
apologize, dude.
okay.
I
Swarg
love
loves
that
the
guy.
abuse.
He knows it.
This is terrible.
See, look, he says ouch, but he also says LOL. That's okay.
Wow, really, Verge? Really? You're like, oh, he said LOL. That makes it okay.
Look, if he made an angry face emoji, I would be like, guys, look, he's angry
It's
face
definitely not a
emoji.
cry
Guys.
for help, guys. We're fine.
All right, Verge. Just tell us what you want to add here. Maybe you can
Okay.
just add Swargulus survives to the yes column.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I want to say yes. To like continued like established states as well. Like I don't want the whole world to be like there should be areas.
Yeah, like
That
the
we're secure.
NCR, obviously.
Yeah, so put like
I'm actually going to let you do it yourself so you can learn how to do it. Double-click on yes, and then you type stuff in at the end, and then you have to click off so that it'll update for all of us.
And then also you can use the language that's important to you. Like if you want to say there are still stable governments, or if you want to say there are
Yeah, what
large
Wreckage is saying is that I've been changing the language of everything everyone's been saying to better match the way I want to present things. You know, like a moderator or some sort of evil Illuminati overlord.
Yeah, I want to have that. That's fine though. Some stable governments, like they don't have to be big, but there should be things that where some people do live, and they're just they're
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, obviously they'd have to be in a country prepared for military conflict with a hardened populace and a large food supply. So the only remaining stable government is North Korea. Slow burn there. Slow burn.
The giant tunnels.
All right, Dave, you're up. Yes or no?
I don't know if this constitutes, but I want to say yes to the fact that our existing minerals and stuff also can evolve.
Wait, what?
Obviously, obviously, after we're bathed in the
changes.
solar radiation, we gain the ability to use solarite, a rare mineral developed by the
Are you saying
Protoss
that
people.
our planet gets hit by magic from space and now we have adamantium and fucking mithril? Is that what are you saying?
I think you're saying solarite, man. Obviously, you need the solarite to build the pylons.
So let's say that, for example, diamonds become more important because of focusing or something.
So you want to have what you're saying is you want pseudoscience.
Yeah, pseudoscience.
Like
He wants the
unreal
Aether, of
scientific
course.
things happening.
So this is like the steampunk apocalypse.
You're
Yeah.
like, General,
All right, I want to clarify this here.
these diamonds are putting up enough heat to run a steam engine. Drop them in a bucket of water.
Do you want there to be magic minerals, or do you want the minerals to be change in importance? Because you didn't really like.
Okay, no, it's changing importance. Like what we use on minerals. Like right now, fossil fuels are used for burning and creating,
They're really
power
good at
and
that.
stuff, right? But what if this thing happens, and it's kind of like how how it happens in Mass Effect. Like something happens to the world where they find something in space that changes everything.
Yeah, you gotta
want us
find
to
the
find
jump
on
gate
Obsidian?
past Mars, right?
Well,
Or was it
not
Pluto?
find. I mean, it's just another type of mineral that maybe if someone evolves in a certain way, that they can react with the mineral in a different way. Like this, basically, what I'm saying is, I don't know. That's just why I didn't know if this is a thing you fit in yes, but
No,
otherwise,
it is. I mean, this is a yes thing. We just got to figure out what you want.
Pseudoscience. He's not
You just
sure
need to
yet.
actually
He just wants to
communicate
be-
this inane, completely.
Hey,
No,
bizarre-
whoa, that's
It's
super. No,
angled in your
listen, we
brain.
can do this.
listen,
We
just
don't
give
need
me,
to
like,
super define it.
millions of-
I
just
think.
give me billions of dollars. I'll make a very successful sci-fi movie franchise off of it, and then I'll ruin it in 35 years.
I mean, I just can't
Wow,
understand what
holy
you're saying
fuck.
because, like, I'm hearing two different things. I'm hearing one that, like, the value of minerals that we have now change as a result of the events, which makes sense. I'm also hearing, like, minerals change what they do into magical things, which is also
No
fine.
one's magical except for you.
Right. Well,
You were saying
science.
pseudoscience.
Right. Magic science. Magic is science. Science is magic. It's which
The
one of those
Order
two
of
things
Magitech Knights, loyal psychers to the Emperor of
Do you mean that
Mankind.
now diamonds can create laser beams, or do you mean that now diamonds are our currency because all the gold melted? Like, what do you mean?
I don't think
I
he
don't
has
know
an
that we-
idea yet.
No.
I don't need that. We
Availability
need
to make up bullshit.
to answer that. Right? Dave has stated what he wants, and we can figure out what it is in play. Right?
Yeah, all I said was that current resources
Yeah.
like evolve when this thing hits. Like,
Now, do you have a problem with that, Spencer? Do you?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I
Define
don't. I literally the thought came out of his mouth in literally a ball of yarn that a cat's been playing with for 20 years. It was. A
hey,
mess.
look,
So,
don't put.
I'll
don't
write it
put
down.
too much
Minerals
thought
do
in-
what now, Dave? Minerals.
Minerals can evolve if necessary.
What does that mean? Minerals don't.
T-Rex is not handling this okay. That's why I wanted to say, just put down.
You know what?
Singa's
I
head.
feel like Dave's been playing too much Twitch Plays Pokemon, and he's just like, yeah, man, my fucking Onyx. I'm gonna evolve that shit.
Yeah.
And he's actually looking
Oh,
at an
good.
Onyx Jewel.
I hold a fucking diamond, and I'm like, I feel really good about my Onyx, and then it evolves. Don't fucking think about it. Like, what happens if I take this lightning bolt gemstone I found wreckage real quick, and then you're like, cool, and then you change into a fucking Raichu, you know? What's up, dude?
Pokemon isn't real.
All right, Wreckage, it's your turn.
Say no Pokemon, quick.
I don't want to exclude Pokemon.
I want to say yes to the dress.
I had a yes before, but I need to re-find it after all of this.
So here's the thing, guys. I've never played this before, so
No, it's fine.
when,
You're
when
doing well
everyone
so
explained
far.
to me high concept, I'm like, okay.
No,
let's go
this
as
is
high as we
working.
can.
We're working through it, Dave. It's happening.
You don't have to get as high as you can, Dave.
I want to tell you a story. I tried to introduce this game to my cousin, and the high concept she wanted to work on was American Ninja Warriors becomes an empire, reaches out into space, and then is completely wiped out. Do you know how hard that high concept was to follow?
Yeah,
First off,
so because
American
ninjas-
Ninja Warriors had to acquire the SpaceX space program, and then ninjas apparently would fight to the death in airlocks and be flushed out into space.
Yeah,
That's
because
And that was
the only way
before
to
we
kill a
started.
ninja is to starve it of oxygen. Everyone knows that.
That was the silliness before we started playing Saga of the Icelanders.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that story. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, Saga of the Icelanders, so good.
I
Oh, yeah?
want to say
Uh-huh.
um,
Tell me.
yes.
To the dress?
No. I want to say yes to. No. I want to say no to artificial intelligence.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
There are no robots. No one ever creates a supercomputer that's like, I'll fix everything by taking over. Like we,
No strong AI.
no strong AI. You can have drones and shit, like really shitty, stupid robots. But no, like this isn't Fallout with super smart computers.
Can you have like assisted robotics, like man robotic machines?
Well,
It's-
sure. But
it's
that's
just-
drones.
it's just
That's exactly
unrobotic.
drone.
Okay.
I'm saying no AI, no artificial intelligence, no strong AI, as Virgil said.
So we can have butts, but we can't have Chappie. Got it.
Basically, exactly. I don't actually know what butts is, so
Yeah,
I
but-
can't
I
say
know
with
what Butts
certitude.
is. I know what Butts is. Butts is
Butts
a.
is the AI armor suit that Dave wore.
Well, then you couldn't have butts because he's AI.
Right, but he was AI in the way that like virtual intelligence is AI. It couldn't
He's-
learn anything new, but it would be like, "How are you doing today? I am Butts."
Yeah, you can have Siri. You can have our
Yeah.
level of artificial intelligence.
Okay. So can we say no AI but VI? Because I think people who have played Mass Effect know that VI are just like, "Hello, how are
Virtual
you?"
intelligence is not real term though. They have terms for this. It's strong and weak.
Okay, fine. So no strong AI.
Yeah, weak AI.
Listen,
is fine.
you
It's
say
not-
there's no
not-
actual terms for it, Virgil, but Commander Shepard begs to differ.
What we're saying is these are programs that run on a computer that aren't a neural network.
The Commander Shepard
Okay.
AI in Mass Effect 3 disagrees with you wholeheartedly.
Does it have a neural network?
I don't know.
Also, is Mass Effect 3 an authority on artificial intelligence?
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
That's the whole purpose of the
I-
series is whether
I know that's the whole
artificial-
story, but it was also written by people who are dumb and end your game with 3 colors that you jump into.
Oh,
Don't worry
boy,
about it.
No. I feel like we have to stop playing Microscope now and just analyze how brilliant Mass Effect is.
I think we should just talk about AI and how it actually works, so you people can get informed.
How about we just let the sun explode and let's all evolve into Pokemon?
Okay, Pokemons.
Wow, now I understand what. So Dave is like human evolution of minerals.
He's literally only thinking about. I don't even think he knows what the word evolution means.
Me neither. I'm
In
pretty
that he
sure.
used it for minerals, which cannot evolve in any way, shape, or form.
Look, I've taken so much sci-fi stuff from so many.
Do you know what the word
Dude,
evolve
The
means?
Pokemon
Dave?
themselves, they metamorphize. They don't fucking evolve. It's a different thing.
Hey nerds, I don't give a fuck what you think. We're playing Microscope right now.
I ain't even joking, son. I got
Is this
beef.
gonna take 8 hours?
No.
Teaching kids.
No,
that evolve
no, we're not
is
going to
the
go
wrong
more
thing.
than 3 or 4.
Yeah, well, maybe if you guys actually went around the table and did your job instead of like,
Who's
No,
next
we
to add
need
a yes or no?
Wreckage to add his thing to the table.
No, he did. He said
I
no
did. I
strong
just
AI.
didn't type it. Let's type it.
Yeah,
for the...
you type it.
Well, I can't type it. It won't let me.
What do you mean it won't let
Gotcha.
you?
Alright, now it's
Double
letting
click
me.
on something, yeah. Yes, Shepard had racist team members, but, you know, sometimes you have to use what you can to overcome. You work with Cerberus, man. They're pretty much
So
the most
how
racist
good was
of
the
race.
enemy AI in that game?
What?
That's the real question.
Do what?
How good is the enemy AI in Mass Effect 3? Do they
Depends
render
on
out
what
like Moro?
difficulty level you're playing on.
they're like Grey Goo levels of AI, right?
Yeah.
I never played Greg Goo.
And is not
Grey Goo
necessary.
is like self-creating AI.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't have anything to do with AI at all.
It's like it assimilates and then it just like, yeah, it just eats.
Grey goo is just nanites, which can be strong or weak.
Unless you're talking
Artificial.
about the game, in which case it has pretty good AI.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right.
God, Arthur, it's
Yeah.
your turn.
Oh, I
Have
know.
a
I'm not
top-
adding anything. Get fucked.
Okay, you say no more, so you have elected not to add anything,
true.
which means that no player can add more than 2 things than anybody else, which means we can stop now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's talk about who wants to be the first focus. Normally we'd go in order, and I would go first, but I feel like me.
Can I
going
go
first-
last? Because I don't know what it.
Okay,
what it
Dave
means
wants to
be
go
focused.
last, so who wants to
Yeah.
go first?
So that I don't know exactly what I need to do to make Wreckage annoying. No, not really.
Right, exactly. We don't want Arthur, I think you should go first because you are the most calm and in control at the moment, and you can explain the job of the focus.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
or-
I'm only calm and in control because I'm a complete and utter sociopath without emotions on the subject of AI, unlike everyone else.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you need a sociopath.
Yeah,
Every
of
once in a
course.
while, a sociopath is the guy to get the job done.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that ever. So let's look here.
Hey, if you want to murder everyone, that's the best way to do
We
it.
got the palette, so now we're doing the first pass rather than the lens. Sorry. I'm going to go first. You can add either a period or an event. So I'm going to add a period. It's going to be a pretty obvious one. This is the period when the Rogue Sun's shockwave supernova cloud arrives at Earth. So this is the period when shit gets real. And that is definitely a dark time. Fuck you, Swarg. I've seen your rant on Star Wars 7. I will destroy you at this. I will destroy you.
Fair beer that anyone's allowed to have opinions of a
Yes.
fucking.
Nobody should be talking about Star Wars. It's been out
Destroy.
for a week.
Orphans can speak more than one language, especially
Shut
when
the
it is
fuck up!
related to their work.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
People
Shut up!
haven't
Shut up!
seen
Shut
it.
up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
Shut up! Shut up! I will fucking literally. I will find you. I will make you watch in the other room while I mutilate your family and wear their skin when I come in to slowly torture.
I don't understand. We've already established I'm a sociopath with no emotions. You're trying to scare me? I'm
All
not.
right, then. I attack.
Much like Eminem
murderers.
in many of his rap songs, I'm not
I
afraid.
feel like getting these guys to play a game with me on Christmas could have gone, hey everyone, I'm super cheerful today, or hey everyone, I'm a fucking asshole today. Let's just push it all together.
I mean, I was super cheerful until you started making me evolve minerals.
All right.
Okay,
So who's
I'm
next in the
claiming to
order?
be a
Who's number
scientist,
2?
Man, all right. Jesus Christ. I
Who's
just wanna
adding an
play-
event or
yeah.
period?
Some high-flung sci-fi, please. That's what I want.
Virgil, Spencer.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll add an event. And wait, should that be a circle then?
Yes, you can get the events in the upper left-hand corner. It's not a circle; it's a square rather than a.
Group discussions are now over
Okay.
for the rest of the game. Each player makes his decisions individually and has vast power to shape history. Each player now gets to add more detail to the history, creating either a new period or event. Players can go in any order they want. To add a period, place it between two adjacent periods. To add an event, place it underneath a period, or between two adjacent events if events already exist.
Okay.
Oh no,
You
sorry,
also have to say
Virgil.
if the
Events
tone
are
is light or
definitely long-wise
Oh, okay.
rectangles. That's how you differentiate between the two. What event are
Man.
you adding to the board, Virgil?
You're also, that's dark for a dark event, but I mean, most events are going to be dark in this period, I imagine.
Well, you can decide.
It could be
Yourself.
human. Oh wow, nuclear warheads detonate worldwide. Yeah, that's fucking
That's a
dark,
pretty dark event.
brother. That's like, that's the end of the world right there.
That's the most
Not
dark.
all of them. It's just the ones that aren't like shielded underground. All the ones in submarines, all the ones on any launching pads, any ones being moved at any time.
Nuclear
I'm
warheads detonating
confused why you would
worldwide
think
means-
that the ones in the submarines are less shielded than the ones anywhere else.
Those might be the most shielded.
Yeah, they're the most shielded.
I think he likes the idea
The
of
water?
blowing up the ocean.
All right, sure. Yeah, we can just crawl out through the fallout. All right. Yeah, that. Well, Virgil, it's your decision. Is this a dark or light event?
Yeah, that's pretty dark because everyone's gonna have to live in like bubbles and caves for a while.
Yay, no more
He's
warheads.
like, yeah, man, I guess it's pretty dark. So emo.
Everyone
All right.
puts in their sunglasses.
Well,
with this-
Wreckage, you must be next,
I would like to add a period.
of course.
How do I make a period with my tools?
You click on something, you press Control C, and then you press Control V.
Where's the periods at?
It's not listed
Oh,
there.
like-
You just take one of the ones that already exist.
Like Rogue Sun Shockwave is a
Yeah.
period, so you can make another one further down.
All right.
I think
now
we chased
I need
a
to
bunch of
edit it.
people off with our psychopath discussion.
All
Fucking Wreckage.
right.
So here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice?
Dun 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 dun.
So is it? Oh, that's the same as the other one. Okay, still waiting for you to change it.
So this
Yeah,
is a
it's
new
definite-
period that necessarily takes place after the shockwave hits Earth, but before the stable reunification of humanity, and it is the period known as the emergence of weird science.
Weird science. So are you gonna be able to like type things up on your computer and make women appear? Is that a thing now?
Yeah, for some reason your like webcam will just print one out in 3D in midair or
No,
something.
this period refers to the time when in the nuclear hellscape they dig up old VHS copies of Weird Science, and it's actually
Yeah.
the emergence
New
of
religion
weird
starts.
Yeah, just before the nuclear bombs went off, they're like, "Well, guess we'll bury all these new weird science VHS."
No, this refers to a period of time in which things that we wouldn't consider actually science start popping up. Because why? Who knows? Maybe because our minerals. Maybe it's because the neutrinos evolved.
Yeah,
but,
those evolving neutrinos, man, they evolve all the time, spontaneously at a quantum level. See, I can just chain words together, and it almost sounds like science, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, and then I say, "Diamonds evolving," and everyone's like, "No!" So, you know. Okay, can I?
Dave, here's the key: if you just say the word quantum, no one can say shit against you.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, now Dave,
I
you
have
can
a
add
fairly
an
good
event.
understanding of quantum physics.
You can add an event or a
Yeah.
period on the
I
timeline.
can't add a scene.
No, you can't add a scene until we
This
begin
is first
playing.
pass. You cannot add scenes until we're actually in play. First pass is a period where we just sort of make the timeline.
This is really hard. So if I want to add a positive one,
You would take a yellow box.
yeah,
and you would
take a
control
yellow
C it.
box.
Swarg,
Okay.
man, we can't have episode 7 spoilers in chat.
Seriously, I will fucking kill you.
Well, not this motherfucker. Don't listen to Spencer. Just don't do it, man.
All
Do
right. So
I'll kill Zane is what I'll do. I'll find a way to do it. But your character wouldn't do that. Well, a human being wouldn't spoil episode 7 in a Twitch chat.
Yeah, I think that unfortunately isn't.
I wish that was true.
wait. So what does the big square ones do?
The wide ones,
Yeah.
those
Are
are
events.
events. They happen within periods.
They happen under periods. If you want to add an event underneath my period of weird science, you would just make it horizontal, basically.
And it's called back to normal science. It's like, for a brief time, Weird Science was available on VHS, but then the last copy was destroyed.
Yeah.
By cats.
And this is also a positive event,
this-
so therefore it must have positive implications.
Oh, can I add a purple to a positive?
It doesn't have to be all
Yes,
positive.
you can.
No, so
Okay, so
periods
when you
mean that
clicked
in
on it in
general
the upper
they're good.
right-hand corner, you can change the color by clicking on purple or yellow.
Oh, yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
there we
Yep.
go. So it,
Oh.
a tone is in general. So in general, the emergence of weird science really helps people cope with the post-nuclear hellscape. So it's
There
in
might be some
general.
really bad things, like maybe the first Weird Scientist did some terrible shit.
Yeah, so weird science will have dark moments in it, but in general, it is the beginning of the path to recovery. The dipping in of weird science.
Weird Science!
Robo Bismarck. It's a
Weird Science!
a robot recreation of Otto von Bismarck, Prime Minister of Germany. Or was he Chancellor? He's the first mad scientist. He created himself.
It is
He went
pretty
back
mad.
in time and created himself.
Only a mad scientist could create himself.
Yeah. It's a spontaneous event on the quantum level.
Boo.
Yep, if I just say the word quantum, you can't counter it. That's how quantum mechanics work.
You obviously have not spent a single minute trying to learn about quantum mechanics. It's super simple.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
no,
really
no.
simple.
Trust me, I know a bit about it, but if you just say quantum, everyone's like, well, I guess it's true. Yeah, man,
Well,
come
but-
on. At the quantum level, during Ant-Man,
You know what's good, too?
you can just stop time and exist everywhere.
It's the QU that gets you, because if
All
you
right,
say
now-
quasar, that's really good too, and that's just like a type of star.
Now Dave's clicked his thing, and I want to call attention to it because I think it might be too vague to be an event. An event is a single thing that happens, Dave, not a period of time, which is what you've described.
What?
Your period of time might actually be in between that might be a period that happens between those.
No,
two periods of
that's a pretty solid event underneath the emergence of weird science.
Like, it's kind of like the opposite of the Cold War, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm sort of looking at. Like,
Yeah,
all
no,
this
that's
new
definitely
tech
an
is
event.
like
But the
stuff
Cold
coming
War
up.
is not an event; it was a chunk of time.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's exactly.
okay,
right.
hang on.
The
Let me-
nuclear
let me-
arms race
All
is
right,
not an event.
hang on. Just fucking
No,
let me-
this is a solid event. Don't listen
Like,
to Dave.
I honestly.
I'm reading the book right now. An event is a specific thing that happens inside a period.
Yes,
like
this is a specific thing that happens inside here.
All I wanted was
An event is a
Hold on,
scene
let Dave talk
is
for a
what you're
second.
thinking of. A scene is literally like this happened. An event can take place over years inside of a period.
All I wanted was I wanted the people to like sort of race each other to be like it establish basically political powers like America, China, blah 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 blah. They all start to swap and turn around because there's like a dominant like rare earth minerals or something like that in China like can be used in more effective ways because of the catastrophe.
Because they've evolved, obviously.
Well, maybe I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's
And
fine.
make-
something
like-
This is
that
an
happens
event.
during-
This is a
like
very
great
solid
battle
event.
or a festival, or a colony ship arriving, or a prince seizing a throne. While a period encompasses everything that happens over a large span of time, an event describes what happens at a particular time and place.
Yeah, that doesn't happen like at a specific place. I kind of agree. Like that seems really broad.
Like, it seems like that might be the period that leads up to the emergence of weird science.
So
No, I feel like
okay,
this is
here's
a
the other
really
thing.
solid event within the emergence of weird science. This is where everything begins. You start experimenting with some weird shit, and then it works out.
Well, okay, how about this? Like a better. So this could be an event, but a better way to phrase it as a particular event would be the start of the weird science arms race. Like, that is an event,
Or
because
you've just
that can be.
included a name or location, like so and so does heavy or heavy fringe experimentation happens
Yeah.
here.
Okay, so you say existing
But that's a
political
city.
powers. Why don't you define them, right?
Yeah, why don't you make a
tell us.
specific?
You tell us what political powers have survived.
Oh yeah, something like, because a better event is the USA and Russia start a weird science arms race.
Yep.
Like that's a better event because it is a specific period of time.
I don't know
and
that it's a
specific-
better event, but it's a more
All right,
specific event.
like the
Well,
King Bigsby of,
no,
of
what I
the
wanted-
Antarctic.
what I wanted was that countries
Jong
that
Il
weren't
zombie.
powers become powers because of.
Okay,
what's
well then
happening.
define them.
So then an event could be that Britain rises to power due to the weird science arms race. Like that is an event.
Right. You say existing political powers, but you need to name them. And if it's the new Australian Republic, then name it.
I don't want to say Australia because we
The
would.
Polynesian
The new
conglomerate.
Australian Republic. Nar.
The new Australian Republic rises to power.
Nah!
It, rises to power via the weird science arms race.
I'm gonna say that Mexico. There we go.
Mexico?
Yeah. Mexico. Mexico rises to the top because of their fringe experimentations.
Excellent.
They become, the guy that everyone wants to be, and they can't. They have a monopoly over something. I don't know.
All right. Who's going first as the lens?
Wait, that's all we do?
This is just the first pass. Now we start playing the actual game. The game begins now. Your tutorial is over, Dave.
Oh, sure, okay.
I will be the first lens then.
I feel like all of my choices got fucking destroyed by everyone and changed to something I didn't want them to be. But all right.
What? You got your minerals, right?
Yeah, but
I tried to help
It's
you out,
literally-
Dave. I definitely
it's
tried to
literally the
run
sentence you
interference
spoke.
on that. There's
Minerals
some
can
hate.
evolve
There's
if
some
necessary.
science haters right here. Right here.
all I want is to have a nice sci-fi discussion with you guys. It doesn't have to exist in current thought levels or fucking nanoscience bullshit. All
So
I
that's the
wanted to
problem.
do was. Well, no, that's not the problem. The problem is you guys can't let go of fucking actual
Well,
science.
science fiction necessarily means that it is based in real science. Everything else is fantasy.
All right, it's fantasy then.
That's fine.
Happy? Can you let it go now? Can I have my fucking?
See, if you had said that in the first place, you'd be like, yeah, Pokemons.
Can I have my fucking solar rays
Flame.
affecting fucking fossil fuels to make them turn into actual dinosaurs?
See, that's much. Yeah, now I
That-
understand where you're going.
That's
Solarite.
Now, see, that's fine.
He's saying solarite, guys. It's totally a Protoss thing.
Can diamonds become actual living organisms because of the solar powers?
Yeah, they're called a
Man-
geodude.
Oh.
See this motherfucker right here? That's
man.
what I'm saying, man. You guys just need to let it go.
fucking
You need to fucking you need to stop being such a cold fish and let it go.
Okay, Dave. Okay.
All right, good. Now,
Right.
now Mexico is the power in this game, and it's all your faults.
I like that though. It makes more sense.
All right.
it does.
I think Arthur should be lens first.
Yep.
As he starts first because.
Oh
again,
yes. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I've got a focus for you. I was
Yep.
just looking up what to call this thing. As Mexico is our dominant power, what we will be talking about is the focus. Each of us will have to make a period, event, or scene revolving around the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic, one of the largest surviving national political powers. Yeah.
All right.
And as the lens, each player will then take a turn to create a period, event, or scene. The lens goes first, and then what you create must relate to the current focus. The lens can choose to create two things because they're super dicks. They can make a new period with an event or a new event with a scene. So
I don't understand, so I'll go last again. So I
Yeah,
can.
don't worry.
do it.
It'll make sense. So I want to have a new period, which is called the MDR's.
So we're gonna do the same thing, only it's all about the MDR.
Yep. Everything
Dave.
has to be about
Does
MDR.
that make sense now?
No.
We're gonna do what we just did.
No,
instead
don't
of-
try to
yeah.
explain it. I'll watch it happen. That's the
Yeah.
best way for me to learn.
It's about the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic expansion policy to the Americas. So
like taking over like land in America.
yeah, North and South America, like they're going to take over both continents. That is this event, and it is a
There's
dark
a period
time.
of time where the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic is expanding.
Mm.
And the event within this, I don't know when it will take place, timeline-wise. It's just the first event in here, and this is the MDR Chancellor Jose Bin Laden.
Jose Consuenco.
Jose Bin Laden uses the new Supra Diamond focusing technology to, I want to say space lasers, but I think I'm just going to call it like sunbeam. So it's like giant rocks they hold up to the sky and the sun goes through them. It's like a super, like when you use microscopes to like kill ants as a kid.
Yeah.
These new
like a
super
focal-
semi-weird science diamonds, you hold them up to the sky and the beam goes through them.
Well, what about
and
if
buildings
the
explode?
What about if the diamond could also store the sun's latent energy?
Sure. But right now, we're just talking about them using this technology. We're not
Is there a
specifying exactly
quantum-
how it works. We're just saying they use it
It's
to
from a quantum phase
Texas.
matrix converter.
Okay.
Obviously, they're just pulling the energy from the quantum field from
don't care
one
how it
universe
works.
into the next. As every possibility of this plays out, all of them that involve space lasers become real in this universe.
Can we, for the love of God, finish the event?
Yeah, no, that's the event.
my turn.
To attack Texas? Why is that a positive thing?
Okay, fine. I'll make it negative.
I'm just.
I feel
mean, if you have a problem,
I feel
if
like
you
a
have beef with
one-world
Texas-
government making their way to unite the world would be a positive event. But if you think that killing lots of people with orbital space lasers powered by giant crystals is bad,
is a bad thing.
all right, Virgil, what do you want to do?
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm just thinking a bit. I'm thinking.
No thinking in microscope.
Only think.
gut thoughts. First reactions. Don't think too hard on it, man.
Concentrate, Virgil. Use your power. Sense it.
There we go. Okay.
Smell it.
The Texas Rangers steal tech from Mexico and start an underground research
Sons
facility.
of bitches. I'm so glad that they get attacked by Jose Bin Laden. That is an act of war, sir.
Wait, so you can just like. So these I thought these events would be like scenes, though.
No,
Yeah,
a
we'll do
scene
scenes
would
about
be
stuff
like
later.
we could have a scene inside there where the question
about
would
I-
be which operative from the Texas Rangers steals technology, or
Oh.
what technology is stolen from Mexico.
Oh.
All right. How about I show that by choosing a scene for my turn?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. So, the first step in choosing a scene is to state the question. And the question is going to be, how does the lead scientist for the Texas Rangers Research Facility escape the genocide of Texas with his family?
Ooh.
And we're going to, the next thing we're going to do is set the stage. The scene happens during the attack with the space lasers on Texas, which will, by virtue of my phrasing of that scene, later be referred to as the genocide of Texas.
Excellent. I like it.
Uh,
So our location is the underground bunker inside Texas.
or, you know, adjacent to it, however you
Sure.
want to do it, because I'm not answering the question. So that is, we know, first of all, that it is the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic, which has begun expansion into the Americas, that is attacking Texas. Earlier, Texas stole some technology and has a research facility. Now, we are saying that the lead researcher and his family escaped this genocide, but how do they do it? And I am going to require a couple characters.
All
I'm
right.
going to require somebody to play the lead researcher.
So wait, I'm. You were saying lots of stuff, and I thought you were writing it down, but you weren't. So let's start from the beginning. What is the question we need answered?
All right, the question we need answered is, how does the lead researcher of the Texas Rangers Research Facility escape the genocide of Texas with his family?
Location.
Scenes are complicated to set up, so I was reading the rules instead of writing down what I was saying.
No, that's good. What's the location?
Well, I'm setting the stage by saying that I don't actually care where it happens, but
But you have to. You have to.
I only have to establish the scene with some various pieces of information.
Yeah, establishing the location is the scene.
All right, the scene physically takes place on the in the Texas desert, in the northern Texas desert, which may or may not actually exist in reality, but it does now because nuclear apocalypse.
Yep, northern Texas desert. Okay, you want to include and disclude some characters. Let's talk about that.
All right, I want to require the lead researcher. I want someone to play him.
Do we have a name for him, or you just want to call him lead researcher?
Lead researcher, if you want to name him when you play him, that is totally acceptable.
Sure.
I want
else?
to. The other thing I want to require is some Mesoamerican Democratic Republic soldiers, or singular soldier. They have to be in the scene. They have to show up and be part of it.
Like in a good way or a bad way?
In any way. Once you choose characters, which is what you guys will then do, you have agency over those characters.
You also choose a character, friend.
Yeah, I know. And the other thing is I'm going to ban any Texas Rangers or United States soldiers from being in the scene as well. They aren't part of it.
So no North American soldiers. Okay. All right. And in order, we're going Wreckage, Dave, Arthur, Virgil. So Wreckage, who do you want to play?
I will play. Let's see here. I kind of want you guys to answer the question, so I don't want to play anybody that matters. I'm going to play the. Some scenes are better with fewer characters. The player may make the scene by playing background characters or non-quintessential characters. I choose to play the lead researcher's family.
I am everyone.
I will play both his wife and children as it is relevant.
I like the idea that the lead researcher's family is like a genetic blob of human beings that he once loved.
Kill me!
No. I love you too much, family. I can't let you die.
Edward?
I'm going to be the lead researcher because obviously I know the most about science.
Okay, what is his name?
Is he North American? No, he's Texas.
He's
okay,
Texan.
So, all right.
Well, yes, he is also North American.
He's going to be called Joe Kentucky.
Joe Kentucky?
Yeah, Professor
Very
Joe.
well. There is no Jim in this, Jim. Okay, up next, I am going to be playing Chavos Bin Laden.
Literally the bad guy, the top bad guy.
Chavos Bin Laden. And I am regional commander of the MDR Army.
Like he's just hanging out with us.
I'm probably attacking the facility.
Alright.
We'll figure that out, though. Virgil, who are you?
All right, yeah, and I'm Let's see. I'll
Jane,
be like
okay.
Supra, Diamond,
You can be the mineral that's come to life.
Check.
Where you see
Warrior,
Mineral that evolved.
it.
3.
He's a sentient mineral.
Oh,
One
wait,
day
did
he
I-
will be known as Raichu.
I'm a Super Diamond Tech Warrior level 3 Geodude.
Wow. Can you tell me exactly what that is?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically your most elite that you have, Arthur. Chavos always is assigned one of the Super Diamond Tech Warriors level 3 Geodudes.
To watch it.
Okay.
The
So
Super
are
Diamond
you?
Tech is
I
very
mean,
large,
so
so you
can-
need like
Yeah.
someone
Okay.
that's been
Let me imagine this. Are you like
physically
a hulking
enhanced.
battle suit, right? And you've got like these crystals on your shoulder, and you like look at people, and you're like Geodude, and then you hit the buttons, and it
Yes.
shoots stuff at them.
Base-
Okay. Wreckage. This is your scene, so you walk us in. You tell us what's happening when we begin. You're in charge.
And this doesn't really work as a circle, by the way.
It's more of an oval.
Well, I do believe that we need to reveal thoughts. Isn't that something that we do?
I don't know about that.
I gotta put my best
Choose
American
characters. Goal is to answer the questions. Pick a character. Blah blah blah.
You set the sage.
I set the stage. Step 4 is reveal thoughts, but like it's supposed to get you're so. The point is, don't reveal thoughts to answer the question before the scene starts. But this lets us all get on the same page, basically. So each character says what they're thinking about the upcoming scene in character. Well, the idea is that you say what your character thinks, not what you think about the upcoming scene. So, for example, Dave might say, I'm only thinking about getting my family out alive. I don't care about my research or something to that effect.
Okay, well, I'll start by being like,
I won't let the commander down.
Chavos bin Laden is thinking, ay, ay, ay. I can't believe we
Oh,
aren't done
Jesus
attacking this
Christ.
facility yet. I need some meth, eh?
Wow.
Boo! Boo!
Wow.
Chat has asked that Chavos bin Laden, like twerking and smoking hits of meth. I'm just doing what they asked.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, what
Dave's like,
sex
oh, that's
should
okay. I
ask.
would do that too if my chat asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
they
He's a
didn't-
real upstanding member of this community.
So I'm going. My main thought is destroy my research before the Mexicans get their hands on it.
That's the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic, I say.
Alright,
We ain't Mexico
I'm-
no more, Holmes.
All right, fine.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! This was a disaster. Why did I do a scene involving the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic? It was a fool's errand.
Fine.
No, this is
It's fine.
amazing. Tell us what your thoughts are, lead
fine,
researcher's
Holmes.
family.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, what are you thinking, fam?
The family is thinking.
Pink sludge. What are you thinking?
Yeah, amorphous blob.
Help me.
What's going through your head right now?
All of them speak at the same
Kill me!
Can we
Sorry.
go out and play? The mom.
Amorphous American family. Tell me what you're thinking right now.
The mom is thinking that after all this time, everything they've been through, and with everything falling down around them, the husband that she once loved still cares about his research more than getting his family to safety. That's what she's thinking. It's like, I don't know if we get through this that I can still love him later.
Yeah,
if this is where his priorities are at. And the child is thinking, I have to be strong for my mother because my dad is losing his goddamn mind.
no love for dad, man. No love for dad.
That's what they are thinking.
All right, walk us into the scene, Wreckage. Tell us what's happening when we begin. Outside the northern Texas desert.
Okay. So, in the northern Texas desert, the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic has been systematically exterminating just everything slowly northward across Texas. And the Texas Rangers who have been an instrumental part of North America's resistance to the expansion of the MDR, knowing that this might one day happen, put their research center as far north within their territory as they could. But it's finally gotten to the point where the MDR's expansion hasn't been halted at all. Like day one it was like we'll stop them at Houston. Day two it was like we'll stop them at Dallas. But that never fucking happened. They just kept going and going and going. And so now all hope is lost, and the facility is on full evacuation protocol. And people, like, there's been a complete breakdown of military structure. There's no troops coming to evacuate the place. The troops that are there are every man for themselving. And somehow, in all of this chaos, with no help from his own side, the lead researcher and his family make it out alive. They survive. How does that happen?
Joe Kentucky of Kentucky.
Well, you have to tell us where Joe Kentucky is right now. Where is he when we come into the scene?
So I imagine it's like a scene where, like, they got like on-site barracks or something like that for like military personnel, and I imagine that the amorphous slime that it is Pink Family.
Seriously, they are separate entities. Funny, but it's a wife and normal.
All right, so his wife wakes him up because the first explosion that rocked the barracks did.
Yeah, because he's so fucking out of it. What? My God! Oh my God!
So the first scene is him like waking up and just like looking around, like maybe there's like a dull, like siren, like because I assume that they're sort of underground at this point, maybe. And he's like, he stands up and maybe he runs over to like he ignores his wife basically and his kid, and he runs over to like some sort of like.
Virgil, are you making background shooting noises?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Some sort of like compad or connecting thing to see if he has any outstanding orders right now. Wreckage, what would the orders be?
So is it my job to do things like that?
No, but
No.
you could be his wife and be like, I've got this piece of paper that has your orders, and they say...
Honey, we have to go. They're saying every man for themselves out in the hallway. There's screams. They're taking the vehicles. There aren't many left. We have to go.
So Joe Kentucky, maybe he sees his orders, or he
Joe!
doesn't see any orders whatsoever on the thing, and he's just like not really paying attention to his wife, and maybe goes over and gets his like lab coat or something like that, and maybe like an issued sidearm or something like that that he never uses in case of emergency, but this time he feels like he needs to bring it with him. And then he walks over to his wife and he's like, there's something I got to do first before we go. Something that's bigger than all of us.
Honey, think of your child.
That's your job.
Daddy.
In
And
the background, we hear Chavos Bin Laden going, Todos los soldados comienzan escuadra de la muerte y alguien me encontra alguien metafetamina. Meth!
Jesus
Sí, señor.
Christ.
Sí. Arriba.
Yeah, there's like more laser sounds in the background. Maybe someone like runs by and they're like,
Doctor, there's a fire. You've got to get out. It's coming this way up the hall.
So I basically, if there's like my staff like running out or something like that, and then I'm running in the opposite direction to what they are.
leg.
okay, yeah.
And then maybe my family is like sort of like tailing behind sort of thing.
In the distance, we hear,
Yeah.
Can no one kill these Texas Rangers? They are too strong. Ay, ay, ay.
And I'm
And
like,
where is my goddamn
Almost-
meth cigarette?
yeah, no, then I like jump down, like throw a lit cigarette like directly into his mouth. He's catching it, bam. And I'm like,
Commander, we are ready to take them. I will chop this wall down with my lasers. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
the
Jesus
walls come
Christ.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geodude, hit him with a sunbeam attack.
Yeah. Collapsing walls.
I'm like, into the facility. We must capture their scientists and make sure they don't destroy their samples.
Arriba, arriba.
So the next scene, I'm guessing is like maybe there's a corridor, and inside there's like some sort of darkened lab room or whatever, and maybe like the kid and wife are just looking through like the door window or something like that into the hallway, while Joe Kentucky's in the background, just like taking all the files out of the filing cabinet and throwing them into a wastebasket and like lighting it on fire, and maybe like taking like a drill to like a heap of hard drives and shit like that, and just trying to destroy any research that he has.
Oh, can I say you like pick up your like pride piece of work, and you're like, it's almost ready. I can't believe I have to destroy it. And
Yeah,
then
but to
like,
the chat, it looks like it's all blurry and stuff.
yeah. But then like the door gets kicked down. It's like the robo leg
The audience.
kicks down the door, but then like walks in. Yeah, but then instead of seeing like the robot, Chavos Bin Laden like walks in like his pressed military uniform, and then I come in behind him.
So,
yeah.
you are the senior technician here, Yo Kentucky. You are from Texas, yes? With a stupid name. You have one state as your last name when you are in fact from another state. You can
Super
see
Diamond
why you
Network.
Americans are ridiculous people, see?
I'm actually named after a fast food restaurant. I say as I drop my prize piece of research into the bin.
And I'm like, he's destroying it. Like, what is that?
I don't know, but I don't care. Super Diamond Tech Level 3 Geo, dude. Take him into custody.
Hold on. We must make sure he's not destroying the stuff.
I like dive to go and like dump out the trash can full of like stuff that's on fire to try to like put it out.
Chavos Bin Laden turns and it's like, no, no, you fool. I see. You must get him. And then like both our backs are towards Joe Kentucky. Stop looking through the trash can. You're not going to find his supply of weed. He's American. They only do cocaine.
I guess at this point, I grab the kid and the hand of the wife, and push them up through a like ventilation shaft or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, they are getting
And I'm like-
away.
I'm like, this is mostly bags of cocaine. These Americans and their nose candy.
What do they
Jeez.
need cocaine
Why
for
did
in
I
a
take a serious
research
situation
facility?
and just, like,
Hey, you
urinate
there,
all
getting
over?
away into the ventilation. What are you even making here? Gringo?
11
Essay?
herbs and
Holmes?
spices, I say as I
Yeah.
run in.
11 herbs
Yeah.
and spices.
I like pull up the piece of paper with the 11 herbs of spices as it like burns away.
No.
There's only like 6 left that you can read. Or something like that.
Now we will never have their chicken technology. What will we do, man?
No, Joe Kentucky was literally joking.
This is like a
the
really
entire
bad
time.
Cheech and Chong movie.
Joe Kentucky was joking
That's
the entire
average.
name. Because when
This
they
average.
asked about his last name, he's like, yeah, it's obviously I'm named after a fast food restaurant.
Dave, I just wanted to let you know that I'm right there with you, and
Yeah.
these two are ruining what would otherwise have been a very dramatic and touching scene.
Yeah.
Really? Really? We ruined it?
You fucking like scream about snorting meth while you're shooting Americans. I mean, like,
Well,
Shit, what do you think they do in South America?
yeah, the MDR is all about.
Listen,
Obviously-
haven't you watched Narcos?
okay.
He's literally just like, I'm gonna do some cocaine, and then I'm gonna kill an American FBI agent.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess my family gets away, and then maybe I try and get away. I don't know.
You get away with them as well,
Yeah.
necessarily.
So the answer
But
is you
we've
get
answered
away
the question.
because of the
More or less,
bumbling.
there was a lapse of judgment
It was
by
incompetence, yeah.
there was incompetence by the invading forces in the bunker. He gets away. You know, the more specifics, he finds a vehicle, hot wires it, whatever. Like that obviously happens. But we've answered the crucial question, which was despite his desire to destroy his research, a lapse of confidence by the
Yeah,
invading forces.
they don't-
allowed.
They don't do any drug testing in their armed forces. It's
We
a really
encourage
bad
drugs.
idea.
They encourage drugs.
We need everyone buying the drugs that we are making, man. All right. So that was wreckage, right?
Yep.
All right, Dave. You get to pick
Okay.
now.
You can make an event or scene.
All right, so events are the long ones.
Yes, they
Periods
are
are
the
the
wide
longest
ones.
ones. Events are specific things.
No.
Scenes
By
more.
longest, I mean like just how they
The
look.
size.
Yes, they are
Yeah.
the
Yes,
widest
you mean
ones.
they are horizontal. They are rectangular.
So I
60 by
want,
9.
and you guys feel free to
About.
re-push this into something else as we always do with my answers. But
I
No,
want to point out I've never tried to change.
I vow
something
not
of
to
yours.
change anything you say right now, Dave.
I'm not even gonna say a word.
so I want this to be a little bit further ahead.
Okay.
I want the use of the the MDR's overuse of solar powered weapons to further pollute the ozone and have the next generation of children born with some sort of uh, evolution of power.
That sounds like a period rather than an event.
Children are born with weird powers as a
Yeah.
result of overuse of orbital lasers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking about a generation.
Can I do that? Am I allowed to do
Yes.
that? Okay,
Yep.
that's what I want to do.
Obviously, you said Zoloft powered weapons. We use Zoloft in all of our. We only have 6 of the 11 herbs and spices. Zoloft is the
So we
other
just
5.
use Zoloft and yeah.
No, you use the shake and bake to complete the rest of this.
So Dave, what you're going to want to do is grab one of those periods and then throw it in probably after the MDR's expansion, but before the stability of the
here?
ozone. And then we don't just have the emergence of weird science. Now we have children with powers.
Well, I mean, like the emergence of weird science led to, the advent of powerful weapons, which lent to the advent of.
It's almost
Sure.
like we're making a timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. MDR. What did I say? Polluted?
Yeah.
Polluted the ecosystem? Yeah.
Oh, we lost your camera, Davey.
I'll turn it back on.
Cool.
Davy Crockett. King of the Wild Frontier.
Boom, boom, boom. Davey
Davy Crockett.
Somewhere in this, we need to talk about
Out of
Taco
my
Bell's new
pocket.
Boss Nachos.
I don't know if I need to be part of that conversation.
Why not?
I don't know if that is necessary.
There you go. Did that work?
Yes, but we need to make it slightly bigger.
My camera's still on.
Wait, did Taco Bell? now I'm changing my mind, Arthur. Did they do that thing where they decided they were going to use good meat instead of bad meat?
I don't know. Someone said it in chat.
What?
I thought you were just saying that you had some boss nachos from Taco Bell and they were good, and you
Nope.
wanted to tell us about them.
Absolutely not. That's not a thing I would ever say, that a Taco Bell product would be consumable by humans.
Well, they said they were going to change that. They literally were like, our new products are going to be consumable even by humans.
That doesn't sound like something.
The
Taco
solar
Bell-
power.
It's something they
Well,
should
it was
say.
along the lines.
So you know what actually happened? The solar power event happened, making all Taco Bell meats actually edible, solving world hunger problems.
Oh, you're saying they're still using partial meat products. Okay, so they said they were going to go back to 100% ground beef for their tacos or something. I guess they decided not to.
Right.
How are we
I
talking about this right now?
It's chat. They appreciate it too. Or they know that they're part of the conversation. Jefe nachos.
Yep.
We're sorry.
Yeah, so I am the lens, and I get to double tap the focus at the end. So what happens here? This is important. Pay attention.
Go.
What happens is I get to make
Well, I
a
did
new
text
period or event or a new event and scene, and then Dave will get to pick something and make it a legacy.
What's a legacy?
So you get to pick an event or scene related to something we just made, and then do something within that.
But what is a legacy?
Well, that's not quite specific enough to understand. A legacy is let's go over to the glossary so we can get the legacy completely right.
Here's the important part, Dave. If you do a scene while you're making a legacy, you get to do all of the talking yourself. You can literally just be like, this is what happens. You talk to yourself the whole time.
Okay. I don't understand how that's a good thing, though.
All right, so player to the right of the current lens picks something that appeared during this last focus and makes it a legacy. Same player creates an event or dictated scene that relates to one of the legacies. A legacy is the thing that continues to be important into the future. That's not quite a good explanation. Hold on a second.
Well, it's like if Super Diamond Tech Warrior level 3 Geodude became a vampire and then was like ruling for 3,000 years, he might be one. Or if like,
I don't know. Wait, I don't. You just said a bunch of fucking words. And
well, that
I
was the
like,
character I was playing.
Hold on.
I get it, but why does that have to do with anything that's happening right now?
I'm just saying if like you wanted to
Hold on.
pick something and make it like a bigger deal so
Oh.
that we keep dealing with it. Like if one of those, like if
Legacies.
Chavos bin Laden
Now,
started making a clone army.
Legacies are
infinite
common
Chavoses.
threads that may stretch through time and influence history. A legacy can take many forms: an object, a person, a place, a bloodline, an organization, or even a philosophical ideas. You make legacies to identify things you think are interesting and want to keep in the spotlight. Legacies are explored during a special phase of play between the focus and the next, blah, 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 blah. A legacy can also be brought into play during normal play. So, like, if you wanted to say that the lead researcher, his research was a legacy, that you could say that that is something that.
But he burned it also.
Okay, but maybe he didn't, or maybe he did. But my point is, it's an example. You don't need to immediately say that it couldn't be a legacy.
Oh,
okay. If you, yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense. Go ahead, Arthur. Make your thingy.
Okay, my thing. We have a new event called Kentucky Joins the MDR Willingly through a series of peace treaties and accords. So this is the MDR having gotten far enough into America to reach Kentucky. Within that event,
Wait,
I'm making
you
a
added
scene
two?
called.
Oh, because you're the focus, right? So you could do two things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Within that, I'm making a scene called "Who is the new comrade leader of the Kentuckian Regional Province?" And the location is the first Kentucky Fried Chicken stand. And I am requiring at least 2 candidates
Well, I guess I'll play Joe Kentucky again.
for leadership.
Oh, wait, so this is a different scene, right? So
This is a different scene, but you can still play Joe Kentucky. He's still alive up till this point, so I haven't
Who's the
discluded
clone?
him.
Are you saying the state or the character joined? I'm confused.
Kentucky joins the MDR. Is that the state or the character?
The state.
Okay, so
Okay,
Joe
we
of
also have a
Kentucky is not even involved necessarily.
But he can be if you want to.
But he did go to Kentucky, I think we said. Or maybe that
Okay,
was...
see, I was thinking you were talking about Joe Kentucky.
Nope, the state
At
of
least
Kentucky joins the MDR.
There we go. That's better.
All right, I will. Okay, and your question is who gets to be the leader in the new?
Yes, I will, of
MDR.
course, be playing Chavos bin Laden, regional commander of the NDR Army.
Okay,
Here to
and you're-
oversee free elections.
Oh, I'll be the
course.
moderator.
Okay, well, you are next, so you do get the picks. So, who is the moderator, Virgil?
The moderator is game show host.
Drew Carey. No, it's not that near future.
No, yeah, we'll just say Evan McIsley.
He's still doing. He's still throwing.
Still doing this.
The
He
supernova
looks
made Drew
exactly
Carey
the same.
immortal.
It froze. It suspended all his cells.
Okay.
with their age.
Okay, so by
Sorry.
virtue of the requirement, both Wreckage and Dave will have to play candidates for leadership. And Wreckage,
All right.
you are up first. Who would you like to be?
I am Billy New York, and I am running for comrade leader of the Kentuckian region province.
I don't know anything about geography in Kentucky. I'm sorry.
That's
Doesn't
fine.
matter. You don't need to know anything about geography in Kentucky. You're a politician.
I'm gonna be San Francisco.
Okay.
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
It's actually just Swargulus.
Sam Francisco is the best name I've ever heard.
The name is Sam. San Francisco.
Why is he Mexican?
Is he? Are we both?
Francisco is a Spanish name. San Francisco is Spanish.
All right.
Saint Francis.
Now we're going to talk about everybody's thoughts before going into this. Obviously, Chavo's bin Laden is bored and just wants this to get over with as quickly as possible so he can go back to taking over Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
Billy New York is secretly very anti-MDR, and he wants to be put in power so that he can subtly slow down the MDR's influence in the area as best as he can. He's trying to make things hard for them from the inside. He's not going to remove them from the area. He doesn't have that kind of power. He's not expecting that kind of power. But basically, he is secretly anti-MDR.
All right, San Francisco. He wonders just how many people his party was able to pay off in the audience, and if the moderator is underneath his thumb in order to make him look good in this debate.
Okay, so we come in on a raised platform.
Oh wait, don't I have to say what I'm thinking?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
thought you did.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Evan McIsley is supremely worried because he's been paid by both sides to bash him up.
Great.
Okay,
Great.
so we come in at a raised platform in front of the first Kentucky Fried Chicken stand ever created. It's currently dilapidated. The sign is like swinging freely in the wind. There's a traditional Southern breakfast of biscuits and gravy and grits and bacon, but there's
The only
also
thing I
like
understood
on a
is
side
bacon.
table there's like beans and huevos rancheros and like chorizo, and at that table we see Chavos bin Laden with two Geodudes standing next to him and a number of Mesoamerican Democratic Republic soldiers in the audience with guns just keeping an eye out. And Chavos is looking over at game show host Evan McIsley and is like, "Si, senor, begin the debate. I wish to see which one of these two fools ends up becoming my new pawn."
Yeah, so I go up and I give the signal to the lights guy. The lights come up on the podium. I'm like, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first candidacy for leadership debate of the year 2097." I'm not sure what year it is.
2097.
Well, we've now established it's
Just said it.
2097.
We've done it. We did it, Reddit. We got him.
Drew Carey.
We have here in the blue trunks.
Being down.
In the blue trunks. Oh my god, is candidacy determined by a boxing match in this?
Yeah.
No, we just make sure you're wearing blue trunks and red trunks so people don't get confused. We have Billy New York. Let's give him a big round of applause, everybody, despite the fact that he has terrible hair. Come on, everybody, yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Yes,
So
yes.
Chavos leans in next to Evan McIsley with like a chorizo hanging out of his mouth and is like, "You see, senor, he does have terrible hair."
I'm like, I know.
He says it loud enough to get into the microphone too.
Okay. And I'm like, like try to like get in front of the mic a little bit. Like, and in the red trunks, we have the one,
Dang it.
the only, the slightly overweight San Francisco.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to start the questions. We will start with the least intelligent of the candidates. Since it is a toss-up, we're just gonna flip a coin. All right, it looks like San Francisco will start up. Sam, what are your thoughts on the huge massacre that happened in Texas, and what would you do to avoid that type of thing in the future?
Yes, well, unfortunately, we lost a lot of American patriots that day, and
Yeah, I think
honestly
in the
speaking-
crowd there's a bunch of soldiers that just start cocking their weapons
honestly
loudly
speaking,
and ominously.
honestly speaking, it's sad that these peace talks couldn't have happened earlier. You know, it was just an unfortunate loss of life. Ooh, I'm sweating so bad.
I'm sure the large loss of cattle was quite a shock to you too, although your heart might be thanking you for it.
Hey, Senor McIsley, why do you insult this man for his weight issues? Mr. Francisco, sit down. Have a bowl of grits. It will do you well.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like a pitcher of water?
Full of grits.
Yes, pitcher of water. Put some whiskey in it.
Si, senor. And he
All
like,
right, and we will turn the question to our lovely Billy New York, the accused but never proven child molester. Ha!
what the
Go
fuck?
ahead, sir.
You're a monster,
Yes,
Virgil.
Thank you. Why I share a similar opinion with my esteemed and rotund opponent.
Allegedly.
I believe that the best way to stop further loss of life is a speedy acceptance of similar peace treaties across the northern American continent.
Great. Let's go back to kitten hater and puppy beater, San Francisco.
Allegedly.
Senor McIsley, are you saying that this man kicks puppies?
Allegedly. As he did state out for the record.
I am very concerned about this, Mr. Francisco.
Should we take some audience questions?
No,
Yes,
no,
go
no. You
ahead.
take a question from me. I am in charge here. Mr.
I mean-
Francisco, do you or do you not kick puppies?
I allegedly do not kick puppies.
I do not want to hear about what you allege that you do or do not do, sir. I simply want to know, do you kick puppies?
I have been told multiple times by multiple people that that was not in fact a puppy, but a homeless man who was eating out of my garbage.
Okay, this is acceptable. Continues the debate.
Yes. Question, please. And remember, why you're here.
What question? What do you plan to do about the large amount of Geodudes that have actually left the army officially and headed north?
Yeah, I think at that point we hear a lot more guns cocking, and yeah, Chavos leans forward and like takes the mic out of your hand and is like, Senor McIsley, if you continue this line of questioning, I am afraid that you will not be stepping off of this stage. Do you understand me, Esse?
Please, senor, I'll answer the question.
No, you will not answer the question. What he is talking about does not happen. There have been no Geodude defections.
I think what my esteemed colleagues mean is that they would like to know what we would do about keeping the spirits high from the esteemed armed forces of the MDR. And I would like to say that under my leadership, programs focusing on soldier mental health will be a main focus of my cabinet.
And
Well,
you, Mr. Francisco, what is the main focus of your campaign?
Well, honestly, I would set up a tourism initiative within the MDR so that the Geodudes and the rest of your armed forces could come in and experience America in all its fine beauty and, not have to even think about allegedly doing anything with or without your permission. Obviously.
So, yeah, that's when Chavos is like, cut the feed, we have the candidate. And then he's just like motions to the soldiers and it's just like, take Mr. Francisco out back.
And then you see all like there's cameras and stuff up, like all the cameras just go off at the same time.
Comrade Leader Billy New York, welcome to the MDR.
And then you hear
Yes, it's a pleasure, Mr. Bin Laden. And I look forward to working with you closely into the future to maintain regional stability.
What do you mean there's more grits out the back?
Billy New York becomes comrade leader through Sam Francisco's blunder that anyone in Mexico gives a shit about America. Okay, all right. So that is now back to Dave. Dave, you get to make the legacy. You create an event or dictated scene that relates to a legacy that we just had.
All right. I'm going to make my evolution of human stuff. Superpowered children,
Yeah.
known as the birthing.
The birthing.
The birthening. Surely we have to have the birthening.
The birthing, yeah. And it is the day that humanity saw the calamity in a positive light for the first time.
Yeah, now we have psychic kids. They can lift stuff with their mind. This is super positive. Oh, God! No! I won't give you back your rattler. Oh! Oh, stop beating me to death with it. Yep. Psychic children should never end
little
poorly.
baby children have ultimate psychic powers. It's a huge issue.
I mean, like, obviously there's got to be, like, some growth pains in there, but, in 45 years when humanity looks back and they're like, you know what, that actually was a good thing. Our lives are so much better now.
Yeah, all of the psychic children are like, yes, everything is better now that we have eliminated the old generation.
Well, I imagine it'd be like once the children grow up and they become teachers of their own, they can set up institutions and whatnot to help with the raising of powerful
So
individuals.
slap down an event underneath the overuse of solar-powered weapons.
I like Big Super X's idea that they all speak in English accents.
No, obviously the MDR is they have to speak in Spanish accents, right?
Well, no, because the mutation makes them speak in English accents.
So what did you call this?
It's like a vocal cord problem, not like a cultural thing.
What did you call this?
You
birthening.
called it the birthening.
No, what was the event called? You said it was called something in particular.
No.
No, you.
Oh, this is the
No,
legacy.
the mechanic thing. What is it?
Legacy.
That's what I was wondering. Thank you.
They've already put it under legacies.
Yeah,
so.
there's a legacy tab that has the word the birthening.
Oh, I'm just looking at the thing. Okay, so...
God, this is ridiculous.
I thought this was a serious game. And
It is. Arthur and Virgil have
Really?
well, it could be either.
Really, Spencer? You're really going to go out there and blame any individual person?
There are a lot of people. Sex Buddha is very much to blame.
We started with... I love how you're blaming everyone but yourself, basically. You're like, minerals can evolve, Dave! Arthur, you want to do meth because someone in the chat said it? Virgil, what are you, a pedophile?
Yeah, I'll do what I want. Can't stop me.
It could be serious, Spencer, but it doesn't have to be.
You're right. It's true. There are no
It's
rules.
a collective effort here to be terrible.
And now we've set the tone, and it will continue to be.
No,
somewhat
we've only
serious.
set one tone. Now we have a new focus and a new lens. We can set a new tone. Unfortunately, that person is Virgil.
I don't know why you guys called it the birthing when it's called the birthing.
Okay, well, I will rename it the birthing.
The birthing.
What? I do a focus?
Yes. You get to pick the new focus topic. And then you get to make either a double, so you either make a period event or event scene.
Okay. Well,
Now, does the lens, when he does two things, do they have to be nested things
Yes.
in some way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's either period event or event scene. Gotcha.
I'm still fucking amazed at San Francisco as a name, by the way.
It's a great name.
It's a really good name. I'll give it
It's a
that.
great.
It's a tragedy that such a character was cut short in the spring of his youth.
The prime of his
Uh,
life. He was cut short while eating a prime rib of his life.
I thought it was
The
grits.
prime rib of his life.
I kind of want to focus on more of these children. I mean, what's the difference between a legacy and a focus? Just that we'll
Focus.
do more
Everything
with the legacy?
has to revolve around the focus. So we all have
So
to
when
make
Yeah,
scenes
so
involving
legacies are
it.
things that basically, if you want something to continue to like show up as
Mhm.
time goes on, you make it a legacy. An example, if you were doing the rise and fall of a nation, is you might be like, I want House Stark to be a
Okay,
legacy.
so yeah, so I'm gonna say uh,
Twerking is a cultural must. Jeez. You pay
Let's
your booty
see.
fares by twerking.
So I want to have like focus on the first group of these superpower people as they come to power in like their early years.
All right, let me
Okay.
just do a quick Google real quick. How
So like
children born per...
Okay, well, that is sort of irrelevant because we don't know what the birth rates would be or what the population would be after all the calamities, so it can be whatever you want.
So how many? All right.
So under focus, Virgil, write down exactly what it is you want to see, and then let's do it.
okay, so I think it's going to be mutants use their powers to rise to power above the MDR.
Do we have to call them mutants or can we call them something else?
They're clearly mutants. No, do we want to call them heroes?
Well,
do we wanna
okay,
call them-
Virgil, you are technically in control, so you don't actually need to listen to that criticism.
Okay.
Well, no, we're all telling it together. If he doesn't want to use, if he wants a cooler term,
Well, I mean, this you got to remember. I framed this in a positive light. So if you call them something like mutants, that's like
whatever.
That's
negative.
not necessarily negative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mutation is just means that the genetic code has changed. It's not like saying they're retarded.
You muty scum.
Yeah, unless you say beauty scum, that's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's not like it's not like a term that people are against. It's not like Eskimo or
No, to rise above the MDR, but I've lovingly, painstakingly crafted the MDR.
I didn't say they
No!
were crushed. I said
Okay,
they rose to
hold
power
on
above.
a second.
No!
Hold on a second. This book is very specific. You are in total control.
I
The
know.
other people-
I'm just complaining about it.
I know. So you can fuck off. I mean,
I know.
painstakingly
I'm not.
create the
I'm not
next thing.
arguing with any of that. I've had to tell Spencer to fuck off so far because he keeps telling Dave to change things. All right, I understand the rules. Don't worry about it, bro. That doesn't mean I can't lament my painstaking crafting of an amazing Central American government.
All right. So mutants use their power to rise to power above the MDR.
Okay, and then we're gonna have
Your monsters.
Where did you put this thing, by the way? I can't see.
In focuses.
above all the
Focus.
colored ones. There's the black and white ones. If you keep scrolling up.
Oh, okay. So everyone has to focus on this now.
Yep, we have to talk about
Yeah.
it.
So all events and stuff now are about that.
Or is that so that I did something wrong by making the overuse of solar powered weapons by the
Nope,
MDR?
you didn't do anything
But you
wrong.
made it about the MDR.
It still involved the MDR. Yep.
You made it about the results of the MDR. Which is still about the MDR.
Okay. Yeah. No. Well, I did good then. Did I do good, Daddy? Yeah.
Accidentally, but yes.
So harsh. So harsh. Talk to us, Virgil. Tell us what's happening.
Yeah, 1 second. How do you spell abled?
ABLED.
It's able with ed at the end.
Yeah,
it's just a D.
it's
Literally
just for
just
some
add the
reason
word
it
D.
says that it's not correct.
OG.
Sometimes even the internet is wrong. I know it's hard to
Unless you
accept.
spelled able wrong. Able wrong.
Okay, so I want to do a
The
what
OMAP.
is it called? What's
It's the OMAP. The Organization of Mutant-Abled Persons.
Yeah, but that's not a what's right above a scene is a
Event. Yeah.
yeah. So there's the event, and then we can have a scene as well. Uh, so we'll say
Question,
something like
location, requirements.
yeah.
Wait, hang on. I thought that the timeline is like the top stuff, and then everything in that same
Those
event.
also follow a timeline top to bottom.
So
Things at the
how
top
would
happen
Left to
before.
right and top to bottom.
so how would
It's going periods under.
okay. So I'm concerned because like how are babies like enough of a issue to like make an entire organization about them straight up?
I mean, this is taking
What do you
place
mean?
during that, probably towards the end of it.
Okay. Alright.
The overuse of solar powered weapons is pollutes the ecosystem, resulting in the birth of a generation. Is not an
It's a
event.
period.
It's a period.
It's a period. Yeah, so it goes over the
Oh.
course of hundreds of years. You're talking about basically the entire period of time in which mutant babies are born.
If you
Okay.
wanted it to be an event, then it would just be like that happened 1 year, or like
No, okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just maybe you should make like I don't know, the top one's hexagons or something. I don't know. I get confused.
It's not confusing.
oh yeah.
What's your question?
So my question is,
Does the rain in Spain fall mainly on the plain?
yeah.
If I should walk 500
I'm Spencer. I don't think
Yes.
anyone is taking this seriously enough.
Now, if
Man,
I
it's
tell
rainfall.
jokes out of character,
Oh, okay.
that has
All right.
no bearing on how seriously I take the telling of the story of the rise and fall of humanity. Or the fall and rise of humanity, rather.
because he happens to be a humanity as well.
Yeah, I happen to care a great deal about humanity. You humans
You humans and your anities.
have grown very close to me over the years with your squishy water-based meat bodies.
Water-based meat bodies. What if I told you that all meat is actually just water at a molecular level?
So let's see. Required.
Tell you that it is also proteins.
Look, I don't want your teens nor your pros. I don't want your nanoscience ruining my good story, alright?
Listen, the problem is that on a quantum level,
Good use of the word quantum, by the way.
So if I make a suit that shrinks me down to the quantum level, will you shut up about it already?
Yeah, obviously, all time will stop. Everything will cease to have meaning for you.
I'll become a black hole at that point, and then nothing will be able to stop
So
me.
what's going to happen is
you'll become a quantum hole.
what's going to happen is
Which
like
is worse than a
17
black hole,
years
'cause that's
later,
color.
your husband's going to be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? I think I can probably save my wife because she just quantumly exists outside of time."
Yeah, just go back in time using my
Yeah, bro.
quantum neurophysics.
What's forbidden? Forbidden. I have to forbid things.
You don't have to forbid things.
Okay. I don't think there's anything I specifically.
Wait, can he
don't
forbid things
want.
as the lens?
Yeah,
When
you
he
can.
chooses to
You can
focus?
have requirements.
No, not on the focus. Just on a scene.
Oh,
the
we're doing a
scene.
scene.
I'm
Gotcha.
writing a scene right now. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I hope you don't forbid mirror shades because what's
I
up?
can't believe this shit.
Forbid mirror
You
shades.
guys are destroying my precious OMAP
What?
or my precious MDR.
Oh, look, I'm not. It's gonna be fine.
They will fall and rise and
I'm
rise
guessing
and
they're
fall
going to
again.
be made to look weak and foolish.
No,
Yeah,
his
that's only
overabuse of methamphetamines leads him to drive a drill into the center of the planet, and humanity has to like rise up against him because he's crazy.
Well, when you're the lens, you can tell that story.
Great.
So this is just setting up, Arthur. This is just story. This is just making it so that we have the two organizations that are in our
It's cool.
world are
It's cool.
opposed.
No, it's fine.
Be awesome.
Chavos,
You-
Bin
Everything's
Laden
fine. It's cool.
cries.
You can make up
Everything is
scenes where
fine.
the MDR crushes the.
Don't
the
cry
OMAP.
for me, Argentina.
If you think that's possible.
Yeah, I'd love to see, one country stop an entire generation of superpowered children.
Yeah, we've got space lasers, bro. We got our
Which
GOD.
cause superpowered children.
So we have a commanding officer of the MDR, an intel agent, and
Every time you fire one, you're making more children, bro. What's up? Never-ending cycle.
I don't think that firing them makes more children. I think it might mutate children. But if you think that's how children are made, I think you probably need to have the birds and the bees discussion.
I've
I don't
tried several times, Arthur. It's a lost cause.
It's true.
All right, so yeah, Virgil, you pick characters first, and then it's gonna go Wreckage, Dave, me.
What's
wait,
the
I pick
question?
first.
What's
Yeah,
the
you pick
question?
first.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just
How is the MDR made to look foolish and weak by the OMAP?
secretary to commanding officer
What's R mean? Restriction.
Restricted.
Chavez.
No, required. It means it's required.
MDR commanding officer, MDR intel agent, MDR.
Media consultant. Ooh.
There's only 3 there though.
There's only
Okay.
3 required characters, and the 4th person can be whatever they want.
Yeah, and that's me, and I'm the secretary to commanding officer Chavez.
Chavez.
So then you guys choose, right?
Yep,
Is that how it
Wreckage
goes?
is up next.
Cool.
All right, I will be the MDR media consultant.
Damn it. I guess Arthur needs to be the commanding officer because that's him.
No,
Let's
no,
play
I can
this.
play a different
Different-
character. You
way
do what you
later.
want, man. You can play
This is later.
Chavez Bin Laden and take him in a new direction.
Chavez
A
Bin-
new and exciting dimension.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Chavez Bin Laden.
Okay, but this is like at least 20 years later when.
Okay,
The,
well, Chavez Bin Laden
Oh.
is the son of Jose Bin Laden, so...
Oh no, I'm gonna be Jose Bin Laden. Fuck it.
Well,
I'm not-
20 years later, he's going to be old as shit, but sure.
That's fine. I'm down for that.
Well, first, who's Wreckage playing?
I'm playing the media consultant.
All right, well, who is the media consultant? And then let's get it down on paper.
you guys type in the same one
Stephanie.
as like.
Stephanie Bin Laden.
She's really good at what she does, but she's really worried that the men in her life do not take her seriously.
You're the media consultant.
We are blowing up on post-apocalyptic Twitter right now.
All right,
In
and
the
Dave,
worst
you
way.
wanted
It's called,
to.
it's called
It's
Florida.
literally a bunch of birds with messages
wanted
tied to them.
Chavez Bin Laden?
No, I'm gonna be the leader of the MDR.
Okay,
He's playing
oh,
Jose Bin Laden.
Jose Bin Laden. Super old Jose Bin Laden.
it wasn't Jose, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, Jose Bin Laden is the leader. Chavez Bin Laden is his son.
Command
Close.
officer Jose Bin Laden.
Look, it's no San Francisco, right? Let's be real. Everyone in this fucking game has to be named after a place. All the important people of the world are named after important places in the world. What's up? Except
It's
for-
just the new thing that happens after the apocalypse. It's just a thing.
yeah.
Is someone writing in the thing for... Oh, there
Go
it
ahead
is.
and write yours. I know these guys just weren't writing them, so I wrote them.
Yeah, I know. People are lazy as hell.
I didn't realize I could write in other people's things.
Yeah, it's like just as long as no one else is writing in it at the same time, I think you can. that's
Interesting.
fine.
The downfall of the MDR is simply because Jose Bin Laden is so old he doesn't understand social media.
Yeah, that's great. You were like making a racist comments on social media, and the OMAP just retweeted you. That's how it happened.
I
Hey,
left,
scum.
I left my Periscope on.
Yeah, beauty scum fucking tweets. They're like, look at this guy.
The Jose Bin Laden Twitch feed I left on while I was discussing like plots or something. Like, I don't know. Anyway,
Okay,
let's do this.
so
Okay, I'm
yeah,
playing-
you start the scene, and you're playing who?
Lillian, Arkansas, y'all.
Um,
Arkansas.
And Lillian, Arkansas is who? The
I'm an
intel
MDR intelligence agent. Been
Yeah.
undercover with the gringos for a number of years.
with the gringos.
I imagine that Lily in Arkansas like walks into the office where there's like some fake green like ferns and stuff, and comes up to the desk and is probably like wearing like dark sunglasses and like a big brimmed hat, like.
Howdy, y'all.
And I'm just like, oh, Miss Arkansas. Oh, thank goodness you're here. I believe Stephanie and Jose have already gotten started. You better be careful. I think I heard breaking glass in there earlier.
Well, all right. Well, sugar cakes. Why don't you go get us a pitcher of water? Bring it in with you. Just, leave
Yeah.
it in there. Excellent. Thank you. Then
Do you
Lillian
want-
kicks the doors open and pushes them aside. Jose,
Sir,
you son of a
need to-
bitch, how
to
you
calm
been
down,
doing?
sir? You need to get a handle on the situation. It doesn't help when you're
Listen, I
breaking
can reach the cup myself. You don't need to get it for me.
Damn it,
This
Jose. Why don't you
Sir,
let the goddamn media consultant do what you need her to do? I mean, that's all what we pay her for, right? Give her your friggin' glass of water.
This isn't about glasses of water. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so our image
Stephanie,
in
I
the
feel
media-
like you're not taking this seriously enough. I'm a very serious person. I'm an intelligence agent. You get that man some goddamn water.
I'm really dying of thirst.
I know you Americans think that you can be disrespectful, but here in the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic, we have some respect for our elders.
So I walk back in with a tray of water, and I'm like,
I don't
"Oh, so
think
so
that-
sorry, water for everyone. Here you are, here you are." And I put it like just out of reach of Jose, and then leave.
And I was like,
don't you guys understand about how momentum works on social media, okay? Like, we need to get out in front of this right the fuck now, or we are sunk.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize my mirror had a reflection of my testicles in it when I took the photo.
Now, sir, this
Sir,
isn't
could be
that
a
big of a
problem
deal.
if-
It's nobody in America cares. Just ignore this little, American. Just ignore
Listen.
her. She didn't know anything.
A little bit of balls in a picture is not a problem, okay? But when you have muty scum need to die tattooed on them, that's a bit of an issue.
Everyone in America, sir, accepts that mutants are not going to stick around. They're all going to die, and they definitely weren't caused by us. Why do we even pay for this? Just give him the water.
Listen,
Girl, give him the water.
I
Listen,
had that tattooed on my scrotum because no son of mine made by these testicles will ever make a mutant.
Sir, I appreciate that, okay? And I appreciate, okay, what you have to offer.
why is this happening?
Mrs. I didn't get your name. But
The name's Arkansas, Lillian, Arkansas. Stephanie, if that's your real name. I got my
Mrs.
people are
Arkansas,
doing
I
a background check
appreciate-
on you right now.
I
We're
appreciate
going through
that
your Twitter
you-
account right now. We've intercepted all the birds you sent over the last couple of days.
Yeah, and I've been trying to get out in front of this. Okay, now whether or not you guys appreciate it, the general consensus of the population is that mutants are here to stay, and there is a groundswell of mutant acceptance that is moving through the younger generation right now. We can't just be insensitive. We need to appear, okay, like we
Stephanie.
accept these people, even if we
Stephanie?
fucking don't.
Stephanie, I have an idea. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
and if you don't follow through with it, I'll probably kill you, so I suggest you listen.
I understand, sir.
Okay, so my son, my new one, the longest
Uh-huh.
one I have, he's really into this Purdy Pie fella on YouTube. I
Okay.
was thinking if we could create like some sort of personality and like put him on all the media places that all the kids go to
Okay.
and like try and sway them. The masses, the ignorance, you know?
I agree with that, sir. I believe we should call him Chavez the Mutant Hater. We can really package him and brand him in the most culturally sensitive and yet ethnically Mexican way in order to ensure that young children recognize that he is both an accepted cultural icon and a mutant hater.
I like stick my finger out. It's like shaking because of how old I am. It's like,
Also, put him on a cereal box.
Excellent,
Okay.
sir. We'll call him Chavez O's.
Okay, so let me just get this straight. The way to deal with the general change in the populace, from your guys' perspective, of accepting mutants is to attempt a propaganda campaign in which we try and change the
Yes.
opinion of young people to hate mutants instead of accept them.
Correct. I didn't
Yeah,
take
we just
over
let him know it's totally radical.
I didn't take over
Radical,
America
okay.
by simply throwing geodudes at every problem. You know?
All right, sir, I'll get right on that, because otherwise you'll kill me.
Now, could someone push the water like an inch forward, please?
Yeah, Stephanie, can
Just
you
use that.
like push that water right there just a little bit forward, like I asked
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes, sir. And she pushes the water forward, and I think we've answered the question.
Yeah. It was.
I just want to remind you all,
the
Wreckage was
incompetence.
telling us that we weren't being serious enough.
It's fine. He's
I
going.
go with the
flow.
tone of a game.
Yeah.
You guys chose this tone, and I'm
Yeah,
going with it.
This tone is this tone was set a long time ago.
It was said at the time of Dave's birth.
This tone was written in the stars.
Look,
Okay, so the answer is racist YouTube vids.
By Chavez D. Pie.
you know, yeah.
Best pie.
Chavez Deepa.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, when they tried to get like when Ubisoft tried to look hip and cool at E3 by getting like real like young guys to come out and be like, "Hey man, that's a cool game you got there. You want to see the bottom of my avatar's shoes real quick?" Well, bam.
What? I have no idea what Dave's talking about. But
I mean-
because he's so entertained, I think it's funny.
I think we're losing it here, guys.
Okay,
All right.
I mean, maybe we need a break.
Do we want to take a break real quick?
Gather.
I was thinking at the end of the focus, but now would be just fine because
Yeah, let's do that, guys. We're gonna
Yeah,
take like
great.
I don't know, like an 8-minute break. Get our shit together. 'Cause we're
I
losing
gotta
it.
paste it in there. It's
We'll be
so much
back.
funny at the second time around. Oh my god, hang on. Watch yeah.